Getting quite a lot of messages to asking me what book I'm doing now. Now that the Teesside books, the Middleton books are all finished. I've got literally 2 years work in front of me. But before I get to Liverpool, Manchester, London, Essex, I'm doing at the minute. I'm about, let me think, 21,000 words into Mick Sorby, Hartlepool born and bred. Mick's a really well-known character. The book is all about 50 years on the doors in Hartlepool. Really bad upbringing. Really very, very sad childhood. Yeah, quite disturbing, the start of the book, and then he goes into, setting up, owning a lot of doors in Hartlepool. What else is there? There's chapters in there on the game at sink shooting. Everyone in Hartlepool is aware of the 1998 shooting, which Mick got 7 years for, with Paul Carr and Terry Rich. What else? Mick talks about his relationship with Viv Graham, Ernie Buick, Billy Robinson, Lee Duffy, all those kind of things. Really interesting guy. I wish everyone was as easy to work with as Mick Sorby. Lovely fella. He's in his 70s now. He's been absolute pleasure to work with. Really very well liked in Hartlepool. I was put. It was actually Richie Horsley who's he put forward. He said, "Why don't you do a Mick's book?" And I'd never really, no disrespect, Mick, if you're watching, but I'm not from Hartlepool, and I'd never heard of him. And so Richie, who's done the forward for the book, started telling me a few things. And anyway, I was talking to Paul Suggett from Fat Productions, who he runs Hartlepool Radio, and he said, Mick Sorby said, "Jamie, get that book." And I was like, so I went and listened to Mick, and obviously I'm completely done with the Middleton books now. So I wanted to be hated somewhere else, actually. So I want to try my luck in Hartlepool, and yeah, maybe expand the empire and become hated somewhere else. But no, he's a lovely fella, Mick. Really interesting. There's about 7 chapters done at the minute. Got to speak to a few more people. And yeah, it's everybody in Hartlepool knows Mick Sorby. Yeah, I imagine that's going to be really big. But he's very well liked as well, and he certainly has a story. He's struggling with illness at the minute. Yeah, really lovely fella, as I said, and he's been an absolute joy to work with. But he has had an interesting life, from literally starting the doors as a young 17-year-old boy to, what is he now, 72, 73, something like that. And it's going to be one for the Hartlepool people, because, as I said, everybody, at first, the name didn't really mean a great deal to me. And I've had so much interest, literally, from the people from Hartlepool, and they've just been like, wow, got to get this book. So this book is going to come out on March the 12th. You can pre-order it now from Kindle, £4.95. You can pre-order the paperback, which is £12.95. That's from the Warcry Publishing website. If you message us on Facebook, and yeah, there's it's certainly one for the what do you call Hartlepool people? These get called monkey hangers, but I'm not sure that's a derogatory comment, or is it like being Geordies or Mackhams or Smuggies? But yeah, it's he's had an interesting life. He's come across a lot of interesting characters, from dealings with the canoeist, the guy who pretended he drowned. Who else was there? The guy who killed Rosie Palmer. It's just basically 50 years on the door, and really interesting. You know, I'm reading it, and I said to Richie, I'm like, was Hartlepool really that rough? Because it's literally like, I mean, Mick used to work on the doors 6 nights a week, and he'd be, and I said to Mick, I said to Richie, I said, I'm probably going to have to tone this down because it's just literally. But he worked on some of the toughest clubs in Hartlepool, clubs like Images. What else was there? The one on Church Lane. Is it the Grand Hotel? Yeah, just you know, Hartlepool just sounded like a bad day in Bosnia. But yeah, he certainly earned his money, and he did it quite easy. It's quite funny actually because Richie starts off the book telling stories about how he first met Mick Sorby. I think Richie's about 15, 17 years younger than Mick, and Richie and his mate popped his head through the door, tried to get in a nightclub, and Richie and Mick have become literally great friends now. And Richie Osley, if anyone doesn't know, he was like an ex-boxer, bare knuckle fighter, all that kind of thing. He popped his head through the door, and Mick just turned and went, "Oh, you, fuck off." Really comical. There's quite some funny bits in it, but as I said, this is going to be one for the monkey hangers. Forgive me if I've just insulted you all, and you all want to kill me before the books even come out. But no, it's all done for. It's going to be a big one for the Hartlepool people. Yeah, so make a note of that, guys. March the 12th, Mick Sorby, Hartlepool, Born and Bred is coming soon.